4-4 right now. One of the issues that you're going to have to work through is reading the information and drawing your own triangles. The majority of the math is easy enough if the triangles are given to you, but if they're not given to you, you're going to have some issues. So we're going to look at two examples, and then they actually give you the drawings, obviously, but we'll talk about them anyways. An aerial cable car takes passengers across a 74-meter wide gorge. At one point in the crossing, the angles of depression of the cable supporting the cable car measure 43 degrees and 37 degrees. Determine the length of the cable to the nearest tenth of a meter. All right. So here's my gorge, or my cable, where it's supposed to be without anything hanging from it. 74 meters apart, but it sags. So when it sags, one of the angles of depression is 43 degrees. The other angle of depression is 37 degrees. They want you to determine the length of the cable on both sides here. So let's this and this. Okay. So we need to find this and this. So what do we need to find first in this question? Angle C. What's angle C, Reese? 100? Okay. Good job. There's 100 degrees. Side B over sine 37 degrees equals 74 over sine of 100. Okay? Use your calculators. Let's find out what that is. A louder? Thank you. Okay, and then A is over sine 43. So what does A equal?
51.246.
Good job. Okay. Again, not new to you. You spent the whole first section doing the law of sines and law of cosines, so this is easy enough. Okay. The only difference being is in the first section that you did, you worked only on acute angles. You didn't use any obtuse angles, such as that one there. All right. Put that on for a second. Example 2. These are the more typical questions that you're going to be asked and you have to draw the diagrams for. From a 10-meter lookout tower, the angles of depression to 2 tenths measure 22 degrees and 29 degrees. 1 tenth is on a heading south 35 degrees west. The other tenth, bless you, is on the heading south 68 degrees east. What is the distance AC between the 2 tenths? Okay, so this particular question is where you're going to have to do some thinking. All right. So here's my tower right here. Tower is 10 meters high. Tent number 1 over here. Okay. Tent number 2 over here. From the base, looks like that. Now, okay, so when I'm looking at this, I'm just going to label this now. When I'm looking at this, I have 3 separate triangles. Triangle number 1. Triangle number 2. what's given in this question is the angle of depressions from the top of the tower to the tents. So when you're using angle of depression, you look straight out from it and then go down. So the angle of depression to one tent is 22 degrees. The angle of depression to the other tent is 29 degrees. So there's two of your triangles. But what they're asking for is to find this distance right here from A to C. That's a third triangle. And that's where we need to get some information from the question. One tent is on a heading south 35 degrees west. So this is south right here. That's 35 degrees west. The other tent is south 68 degrees west. Sorry, east. Right? Yes, east. So I have that there. Now, looking at that triangle, (35 and 68), 103 degrees. Okay, so there's all the information that the question gave us. Now, looking at the bottom triangle, I need to find AC. So in order to find AC, I need to find the measures of the other sides. So I need the side CD and I need the side AD. So where do I get side CD and side AD from? Right. The two triangles on the right. They are also needed to solve this. Now this and this are the same. This and this are the same. Parallel lines. Now if you don't like that, you can put 90 minus 29 and 90 minus 22 in there if that's what you want. But now I have two right triangles. So can I then find CD and AD? So I want to find that there. So where is the 10 in relation to 22? Opposite. Where is CD in relation to 22? Adjacent. So what trig function am I talking about? 10. So I'm going to use the tan of 22 equals 10 over CD, which is the one I want. So let's find out what CD is. How do you find CD? Right. 10 divided by you got me confused. 10 divided by 10, 22. What do we get for CD? 24.751. Thanks. So I need that guy. So that's CD. That's right here. 24.751. Let's get AD now. Where is 10 in relation to 29? Opposite. Where is AD in relation to 29? Adjacent. So which trig function? 10. Same thing. Now I need to find AD. What does AD equal? 10 divided by 10, 29. What is it?
About 18.040.
18.040. Now, what am I going to use to find AC? Law of cosines. Okay. So now you have the square root of 24.751 squared plus 18.04 squared minus 2 times 24.751 times 18.040 times the cos of 103. All that's written out in your book. The answer. That is an atypical question that you're going to see. Breaking up into 3 separate triangles, having to use the 2 smaller triangles to solve for the bigger triangle in order to complete the question. This is where you're going with these questions. 4.4 is going to take some work for a majority of you. It's not going to be very simple because you have to piece this together as you go through it. And you have to be visual too. So these 2 triangles are all vertical triangles. This guy's like on the ground. So you have to be able to see how they all come together. Okay? All right, look at yesterday's work. Any questions? Some of you did ask some questions yesterday, which was good. Any questions from yesterday? Absolutely. Okay. Gil works as an aerial photographer. On one trip, she takes off from the airport and flies 52 kilometers on a bearing north 50 degrees east. Then she turns and flies southwest for 38 kilometers until she is due east of the airport. Sketch a diagram of Gail's flight. All right, so north 50 degrees east. That's right, north. So north, Ava means it's going this way, correct? And then out here. And that angle right there is 50 degrees. Right? She then flies southwest, correct? So that's south, this is west right here, right? So she is going down here to there. All right, so let's fill in some information. So this is right here, 40 plus 45 degrees right there. Okay, so you see the picture so far?
Yep.
All right. What's this angle right here? This one is 40 degrees right here, correct? They give us some distances? Yeah, they did. 52 kilometers here, correct? And this was 38? Yeah. So this is 38 kilometers right here. And it says, explain how this situation can be ambiguous and why is it not? All right. So first of all, let's find out what this right here is. Okay. So what can you use to find that angle? Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. you have sine x over, actually, I don't know. Yeah, everything's right. All right, sine x. Now, the reason I got to find this guy here,
I think I can solve it now.
can you?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think I need that angle though, do I? Because I'm looking for, he wants to find this right here. Let's call that y. Okay, so once this distance from here to here, that means I need this angle in order to do that. And that angle I can get, right? If this is 50 here, that means then that is 50 right to here. If this is 45, that means that that's 5 degrees right there. That's the key to your question. Okay? All right. Okay, good. Anybody else questions today? It says that she turns and flies southwest. So southwest means you're halfway between south and west. If that whole angle is 90, then halfway between is 45. Okay? So anytime you see southwest, northwest, southeast, northeast, those are all 45-degree angles. Okay? Anybody else have questions today? You good, Ava? Okay. Okay? All right.